we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Columbus Explorers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down by
Hakeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Back to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And the Vikings first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Third down.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Brings up 4th down.
And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it with Love. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Bryce Love with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The
extra point attempt to come here. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Explorers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. On first down, Landry. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Makes it 3rd and 17.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Hey, you got 3, three down. Mike 52.
Operating from the gun, Landry. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. Gun now on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
3rd and 2.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Explorers nothing.
Here's Kamara, try to run for him. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
The 41-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He finds some open field here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll get this out quickly to Campbell. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
3-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Kamara, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 96 is coming. We got Mike 96. Go straight. D, we got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Mike 96. Mike 96.
From the gun, Landry gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Landry. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, Butter, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
1st down, Vikings.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
58 Mike, 58 Mike. Yeah. Watch the whip.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
Again, the ball
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Escaping the pressure right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Love. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
2nd and 5.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Nyheim Hines, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Vikings 14, Explorers 3.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
The 40-yard line.
From the gun, Landry being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw on 2nd down, Landry. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check 52 at the ball. Check.
Looking to throw. Landry. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And on now is the punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake, and he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Love. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that one will fall incomplete.
Guerrero's pass.
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this 1st half.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this 1st half. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the carry, it's Love. And he gets it down to the 32. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Mark Andrews. Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So after a very one-sided first half, what will the second half bring as we are back underway on EA Sports? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on 1st down. Landry. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A loss of 1. It's now 3rd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Landry. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
Check 3, check 3. Choose the mic.
On 1st and 10, Landry. He'll let this go deep. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, Landry forced out to him, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, a 22. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Kamara trying again, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Zane Gonzalez set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Minnesota. 59 yards.
First down, Vikings.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Here's Love. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Second and 4. Short throw to Smith. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. And the Vikings first down.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Vikings 28, Explorers 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Landry. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
Guerrero's pass, intended for number 80, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Back now in Columbus. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Akeem Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This is Love. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Landry steps away to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
on the ground, Kamara. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Hey! 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Landry. That's caught by Howard. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, just another reason to celebrate there on the defensive side with the interception, and this is a game that they clearly have firmly in their grasp.
Yeah, a lot of handshakes, a lot of hugs, a lot of smiles. It's been their day.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They run the counter. Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. Room here to run. The 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
Bryce Love. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Vikings 42, Explorers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Mike 2, Mike 2. Watch the run, watch the run.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch 2, get in the weight room.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They give him 12 yards and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Landry, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Mike 2, Mike 2.
To throw on 3rd down. Landry, the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Isaiah Simmons coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down. Landry. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First and 10.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 40. The 30. 10. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit.
Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York.
Kill.